So this is basically, as you know, I'm reacting to Muta's recent video and him removing his video within 30 minutes. Although I had like both tabs open, so I could get a sneak peek of the old deleted video. So I'm just trying to watch the deleted video and trying to understand why I deleted the videos. It's like watching episode one, episode two kind of stuff. So let's just watch this to see what's it about. Okay. Hopefully, the whole video will be played.
Hello, guys and gals. Me, Muta, and today we're going to be talking about a good old country known as Argentina. Why are we talking about Argentina? Because this video is brought to you by a close friend of mine known as Imaru. Adrian, you might know him. We've made videos together. He's a good friend of mine, and he sent me this post from his country's leader, Javier Milei. Okay, so you may not know this, but Argentina, the president, has apparently been a part of one of the largest crypto rug pulls in history.
Okay,
You know,
so
I
he's
wish I
talking
could
to.
make this up. Like, I'm never like.
I'm not. I don't know, but like, wasn't he in like other human trafficking allegations and then dog allegation as well, or Chilean press? I think he was in multiple allegations before. Uh, like he has been in multiple controversies. Let's just ask ChatGPT at this point. Keep fucking log in and I don't know why for some reason they keep logging me out and stuff. So here we are. So controversies related to president. Okay, searching that. Okay, there have been multiple things. One is the crypto allegations. Okay, that did start this year. Then the social policy and human rights concerns. Uh, economic reforms backlashing. Authorizes it like dictatorship kind of allegations, human rights allegations. So yeah, there's a lot of allegations.
As of February 2025, Argentine President Javier Milei has been involved in several controversies, cryptocurrency promotion and fraud allegations. In mid February 2025, President Milei faced legal challenges after promoting the cryptocurrency Libra on social media. The endorsement led to significant investments, but the currency's value collapsed shortly thereafter, resulting in substantial losses for investors. Subsequently, four political figures filed a criminal complaint against Milei, accusing him of illicit association, fraud, and breach of public duties. The complaint alleges that over 40,000 individuals suffered losses exceeding $4 billion due to the cryptocurrency's collapse.
Yeah, this is what Murha is
In
talking about, I think.
response, the Argentine Anti Corruption Office announced an investigation into Milei and his cabinet to determine any misconduct related to the incident.
Yeah.
Turn New 12, Turn News Fort 70, Khan. Social policies and human rights concerns. President Milei's conservative social policies have sparked significant debate. He has expressed opposition to feminism, abortion, and what he terms the woke agenda. Notably, his comments linking gender ideology to child abuse have led to widespread protests and criticism from LGBTQ communities and human rights organizations. Additionally, his administration has proposed legislation to remove femicide from the penal code and eliminate recognition of non binary identities in official documents, moves that have been met with substantial public opposition.
Mhm.
Economic reforms and public backlash. Milei's administration has implemented aggressive economic reforms aimed at reducing government spending and deregulating the economy. These measures have included significant public sector layoffs and cuts to social programs, leading to increased poverty and unemployment rates. While some credit these policies with stabilizing the economy and reducing inflation, critics argue that they have disproportionately affected vulnerable populations. The austerity measures have also led to mass protests and strikes across the country. Turn News, Turn Search 10 dismiss officials and allegations of authoritarianism. Reports indicate that President Millet and his sister, Karina Millet, who
Yeah,
served
this
as
I've
his
heard.
chief of staff, have dismissed several high ranking officials within the government. Since late January 2025, key figures, including the Attorney General and the head of Argentina's Social Security Agency, have been removed from their positions. These actions have raised concerns about the administration's tolerance for dissent and the potential establishment of an echo chamber within the government. Site Turn News 21 Historical Revisionism and Human Rights. President Milei and his administration have been accused of undermining Argentina's remembrance policies related to the country's past dictatorship. Controversial actions, such as visits by members of his party to individuals convicted of crimes against humanity during the dictatorship, have sparked public outrage. Additionally, measures like dissolving teams investigating dictatorship era crimes and restricting access to military archives have been criticized by human rights advocates. Site Turn News 24. These controversies reflect the polarized political climate in Argentina under President Milei's leadership, with debates intensifying over economic policies, social issues, and historical memory. Sun Navlist.
So this is basically the accusations. Okay, fine.
Like, honestly, I'm never going to go after an influencer for crypto nonsense anytime. Because we've got world leaders involved with this situation. What does it matter if a YouTuber does anything like this when world leaders are doing this? God damn. So how do we know this? Well, this is a deleted post from Javier Milei's Twitter account. La Argentina liberal crece. Este proyecto privado se dedicará a incentivar el crecimiento de la economía argentina fondeando pequeñas empresas y emprendimientos argentinos. I'm totally butchering an entire language as we speak here. El mundo quiere invertir en Argentina. So he gives an entire URL. Contacto. Okay, we got a whole contract address. Viva la libertad, carajo! God damn! This is not a joke, and there's a reason why we know it's not a joke. Because he made a follow up post saying that, yeah, a few hours ago I posted a tweet, as I have so many other times, supporting a supposed private enterprise with which I obviously have no connection whatsoever, which we'll get to, okay? Which we'll get. This is not
Yeah,
true. I was not aware of the details of the project, and after having become aware of it, I decided not to continue spreading the word. Don't you think you should have done la research, el researcho on the project before you started?
that's
To the
crazy.
filthy rats of the political caste who want to take advantage of this situation to do harm, I want to say that every day they confirm how vile politicians are. As he's also a politician, by the way. As they increase our conviction to kick them in the ass. Now, ladies and gentlemen, obviously I'm not a political expert. I don't really care about politics, to be honest with you. Like Javier Milei, I don't care what side of the political spectrum he's on. Generally, I think all politicians are scumbag lying pieces of shit, and this guy is no real exception to it. It's funny how this guy promotes a crypto nonsense project, and then later on it's like, oh no, I should have done my research ahead of. I didn't research it. I don't know. By the way, fuck anybody criticizing me. You're the bad guys. Actual scum behavior. Okay. Here's my actual political take. Now, after witnessing all of this shit, anarchism, okay? We might as well just lock up on ammunition, get our guns, food, protect your family, protect your dog, because you can't trust rat fuck politicians like this in any capacity, okay? They're not for you. Do not do an Olympic level of mental gymnastics defending these people. But, anyways, all right, all anger aside, anger doesn't really solve anything in this situation. These people will not learn. Let's go back to our friend Javier's original post and see what the Viva La Libertad Project.com looks like, because the website is still actually available. And I feel like anybody would have actually realized this is bullshit when they saw the website right here.
I think the basic like thing is like he's gonna take taxes in cryptocurrency, or like development tax, like he's gonna use crypto as a money to get people invest into crypto so that he can get like kind of like a taxation which will he use in project that is the growth and economy of growth of the country, like building better buildings or like working on infrastructure like roads, public transport and stuff like that, I think. So it's basically taking tax in form of crypto, which is he's not liable to know, tell people what he's going to do with that money or kind of like that stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like that is fucking crazy.
So this is the project
Absolutely
driving the
fucking
future of
crazy.
freedom and growth. So this is obviously Buenos Aires, what I believe, which is this city right here, the capital of Argentina. And God damn, it's a huge city. Whew, it just goes on to no end. Now, beautiful place. Haven't been yet, but definitely want to go. Argentina is full of talent and innovations. Okay, so this is their Solana token address. So Argentina is full of
Okay,
talent,
so
innovation,
they have an
entrepreneurs, great ideas.
cyber,
The project
what's
was
not
created
cyber,
with a
sorry, crypto address.
clear mission to boost the Argentine economy by funding small projects
I mean, technically, crypto can be traced, right? So like, they can just find out where the fuck money's dived into, right? So
and local businesses. Now, will these small projects and local businesses get this money? I'm I'm just gonna assume probably no. Okay, like based on my experience looking, I'm gonna wager probably no. So, anyways, you can apply for funding here in this Google document sheet. So you can give your name, email, website, Telegram, and do not do this. Do not give your personal information to these people. Okay, I don't trust them. I don't think you should either. So yeah, this token is designed to help the small business and the government. Okay, so they give you the token distribution, 50% for Argentina's growth, 20% for the treasury, and 30% for liquidity. So the private initiative project is developed by something known as the KIP Network Incorporated 2025. So when you look up the KIP Network Incorporated, so when you go to KIP, right, one of the first websites I see is kip.pro. So this is the actual page that apparently it belongs to right here. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is, like Javi said, I was not aware of the details of the project, and after having become aware of it, I've decided not to continue spreading the word. Okay, so he doesn't know what the project is. Muta maybe he had no idea. So this is why it's bullshit. So when you go look up Javier Milei's history, right, with crypto alone, December 18, 2021, he already knows about crypto. He's meeting up with a guy, all right over here at CoinX World. So what is interesting about this photograph? Well, to show you how interested our man.
oh, that guy looks like a fucking drunk addict, like a homeless motherfucker from the States. Like when you're like a 24/7 working individual and you just wake up from the bed, like you shake your head like you're like me, shake your head like this, like oh shit, my hairstyle is done, let's go for work, like kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Man is in crypto, the guy he's meeting with, allegedly, this organization, CoinX World, ended up actually having an arrest. And what was the arrest for? Well, if we machine translate this article into English, man linked to crypto company CoinX World was arrested,
Pyramid
accused
scheme,
of a pyramid
motherfuckers.
scheme. A man linked to a crypto company CoinX World is accused of a pyramid scheme.
Wait,
This
wait.
is
I think Coinex was a company which was, I think Coinex is still a company which is popular in India. Let me check. Oh, it's Coin DCX, not Coinex exactly. Yeah, it's called Coin DCX. I was like, what the fuck, bro? It's still operating in India. Maybe we're getting scammed, bro. It's not Coinex. It's
Francisco
Coin
Jose
DCX.
Take, the president of one of the companies that operated with said company that promised extraordinary profits. Yeah, anytime somebody tells you this shit is good, you are absolutely stepping into a complete shit
Ooh.
pile. And not only was apparently this guy arrested, who was promoted by Millet, they
He
found
had 2 kilos
drugs,
of
guns, and
cocaine.
ammunition all around. Apparently, they seized 2 kilos of cocaine, a 9mm pistol with ammo, and a luxurious Audi Q8. So yeah, great guy to be hanging around with, I would say, right? Good promotion. So obviously, this was meant to be me saying that this guy probably doesn't know who he's really absolutely promoting, and he probably should research a little bit more. But see, it gets even deeper. Now, looking into Javier Milei, who had no idea about the KIP protocol, obviously
He looks like I don't know if it's like Joe. Like he looks one of the presidents. Like, but like one of the higher ups from United States. Like he kind of has this look, like the early '90s kind of look, or the early '80s kind of look. Like he looks like a country guy,
If
like
you go to the KIP
a homeless country guy.
website,
Looks like,
there's a blog post from October 30th,
and he looks like he's high all the time. Like he's looking like this. Like he kind of looks like he bitches high, bro. Like, no, no.
2024, a historic moment for KIP protocol as Latin expansion, Latin America,
Ooh.
takes off in Argentina. And who are they standing with? Javier Milei, who conveniently he will say, "I have no idea about this project." Also, I'm taking photos with the guys who are also kind of behind the project. I mean, which one is true? Again, like I said, I don't trust any politician. I think they're all lying scum fucks, anyways. And usually, when it comes to a politician, especially one that tries to be as virtuous like this, I have to question if there was no financial incentive involved into this. So you might be like, well, Muta, how bad was this token? Okay, how much money got taken away? Well, in order to understand that, we have to go to Libra token. So this is the token's price chart right here. Now, immediately after, around the time when Javier Milei deleted his initial posts, after promoting this token to his countrymen, right, like the people that he is supposed to represent, this token goes up, all right, goes all the way up,
He's
and then
you have to
boom,
realize
becomes crazy.
that this guy's not just like a he's not just like a influencer. This motherfucker is like a politician, bro. Like he got a serious influence, you know what I'm saying? Even if like he's the shittiest president or prime minister, he still had influence enough to reach to that position. So he's kind of like influential. Like a lot of motherfuckers lost their money on this. A lot of people. That's crazy.
Rain down to planet Earth. Now, obviously, the last time I looked at a presidential meme coin, the Trump token, which again you can look at real quickly, this token, while it went up, it didn't totally crater. And to be fair, it also is a token that I don't believe has absolutely went to
Mm.
the rug pull phase that we've seen with the Libra token, right? Like this token literally got sold off. And it got sold off to the tune of somewhere around $107 million. And you don't have to go looking through the blockchain or use fancy AI tools for it. I mean, just a quick view of the top traders for this will show you that even the sell off period for this showed that you're looking at people whose profit and losses are around the millions upon millions of dollars. So, what happened was he promoted this token. The insiders who were in the token literally sold off as people started pouring their money in. And this is what we call a rug pull, right? That's just how, unfortunately, these situations tend to pan out. And the KIP protocol says there's a lot of misinformation surrounding the Libra launch. The token's launch and market making were fully handled by Kelser Ventures, represented by Hayden Davis, the initiators of the project. None of the wallets belong to KIP or myself, so they're saying none of them belong to them or themselves. KIP was invited post-launch to manage, oversee the selection of funded tech projects, and provide technical infrastructure for AI initiatives. Thus, all
Ooh,
matters related
fuck.
to the launch and token should be directed to Kelser. So, literally, all of this shit is just pointing fingers like, it's not our fault, it's them, it's them, it's them, it's them, it's there. They're the ones. Okay, this is not Diamond Dogs, bro. You can't just be pointing to who's the spy. You're all here. As they were handling it and planned to transition the tokens to a foundation, the project gained visibility when President Milei tweeted about it. At that point, Kip had no involvement in the launch, as her role was always after the launch. Planned to transition the tokens to a foundation, the project gained visibility when President Milei tweeted about it. At that point, Kip had no involvement in the launch, as her role was always after the launch.
Okay, so
Kip has taken a lot of
he
FUD
tweeted
saying fear,
before.
uncertainty, and doubt,
Okay.
including with threats to me and my staff. Bro, every time there's some form of criticism, it's always the fucking, oh, there were threats to us. I don't doubt it. At least show some fucking screenshots so we can laugh. But we were not involved in the launch. We did not handle any tokens or SOL. KIP publicly acknowledged its role in the project, though not in the token issuance, because we were already listed on the website and believed in the initiative's potential. As a tech company, our focus remains on innovation and infrastructure, never on token launches. After discussions with Kelser, we have been informed of the following steps. All sold from today's launch will be re-injected into the LP. All market-making fees will go to a foundation in Argentina. The foundation will continue running the program as originally planned. We did not profit a single cent from today's activity. So, yeah, they absolutely had to put that in bold. Whether these points will actually be done is yet to be determined. Again, with most crypto shit, I just think all of this stuff is complete fucking damage control. And of course, thank God for at least Twitter's features on, again, you know, community notes. Because as Kip will say all this, the community notes will go and say Kip posted about the token being a success from their official Twitter account. So again, literally today was the launch of the ambitious Viva la Libertad project to help private enterprises in Argentina. And the Libra currency
Okay, so these things are used to help grow private. So basically, it's like you're paying taxes for private firms to succeed. It's not like even like infrastructural development like this, like as it was said, like oh, this token will help people to grow. It's not for like infrastructural development. It's just for fucking private sector. Like the fuck.
has been a success. I
Not
want to
even
thank
not
everyone for
not even like public sector where he like fucking got like a lot of millions of people fired and he like completely do like I don't know what he did though at this
their
point.
trust and support. To address all questions, we would like to clarify that this is a private enterprise project. President Milei was not and is not involved in the development of this project, as he has mentioned himself. This is an entirely private enterprise. You don't have to be like the craziest investigator in the world to be looking through every single point of the blockchain to just know that, again, looking at the transactions around this time, just over 100,000 US dollars, the sell offs, the amount of extraction that happened was around 106, or at least over $107 million. All right. And the developer alone, according to the guys over at Arkham, claimed to actually have $20 million in trading fees. So there's a lot of money to be made because, again, this is like the president of a country involved, right? This is not, some small time, no name influencer, right? This is, again, a world leader involved in effectively being part of one of the largest rug pulls, even if they don't understand everything. When you are in the influencer space, if you don't think about every single process that you put your name to, I'm sorry, you share some of that guilt. You share some of that burden, right? So I want to see the mental gymnastics, the people who, put this guy up on a pedestal, and this goes for any politician. I don't care what political side you're on. At least
Yeah, like that's what I say in my original Bishop kind of videos, like where I'm trying to be unfiltered as possible while trying to maintain a certain moral code as well. Like I try to talk about these kind of stuff. Like don't trust politicians and what bullshit they say. If even if they're trying to manipulate you into saying that they care about your religion, they care about the culture, they care about preservation, they care about infrastructure. They don't care about shit. At the end of the day, when you reach a certain height, you get blinded by the power. It's that's gonna be honest thing, because like good people don't reach heights. They are either shot dead or like they are never like pushed to after a certain level. So it's very rare that certain good politicians will come up, and even if there are certain good politicians, they either get assassinated or they will like be suppressed or put into false allegations, or maybe they have a dark secret and that get exposed and like something happens, right? The sweet times never come up, right? So that's what I'm saying.
prove to me that you are rubbing your brain cells together and looking at things objectively. If you defend every shitty action, you're no different than a member of like a cult at this moment, right? Like you might as well join the Heaven's Gate cult and drink the fucking Kool-Aid because you're not willing to question anybody that you're believing in. Like even if I was following any politician, or if I was somebody that was part of like a super party, like a party, and like was actually behind it, you should be questioning what your leadership is doing. If you see something shady, you should be questioning it and trying to correct it before it permeates and infects the rest of your organization. At least that's my opinion. Maybe it's a little too fucking idealistic, but that's just the way that I like to live my life. When you start to look up even the website Libertad Project, you can see that literally it was created mere hours, from what I understand, before the actual token was even created. So this was literally done.
I like that. This is literally bought from GoDaddy.com. Like they just bought the account, they created this, they did some insider trading, president was involved, pull the rug pull, end of story. Like a country which is already suffering from economical like inflation, you fuck them up even more, and this is disgusting at this point.
On this was literally done in like a matter of hours. It was literally done on the fly at this moment in time. The actual domain was registered for around like that year period. And it feels like the more and more you research into it, all of this stuff was created quite literally in the matter of days. So of course, the more and more you realize into it, right? There was some analysis from like Bubble Maps, for instance, when they started looking at the insiders, and they apparently controlled around 80% of all of the Libra coins in just this one local cluster. And the problem with a lot of that is obviously when the actual sell offs were happening, right? You had literally people removing liquidity, adding liquidity, removing liquidity, adding liquidity, removing liquidity. So
What
they
the
would add
fuck
the
is
Libra,
happening, bro?
they would remove things like the Sol, they would add the Libra, they would remove the Sol, for instance. So again, they would just add liquidity, remove liquidity. And basically, it got to the point where I think somewhere around maybe 25% of the actual like sales in the market were sales with retail traders because it was literally just rugged by what appears to be the insiders.
Including the
And
president. That's crazy.
around, I think, the
Allegedly,
third
the
to
allegedly the president, but not allegedly, said allegedly the president. Like he's in doubt, but it's like it's not. It's an allegation. It's not like proven, right now the parts, so, yeah. Allegedly.
maybe $5 billion worth of the market cap was effectively erased, which literally meant that an entire chunk of that meme coin liquidity market was effectively just destroyed. Money that probably may never be brought back into this economy. It's insane. Meme coin world is wild. Okay, if you ever thought you missed out on the lottery or anything, this is the world's most degenerately wild casino. And the only winners are the ones with absolutely no fucking morality. So the more you look into the guys over at Kip, even one of the CEOs of the company, the CEO, the co-founder of the protocol, was like, he's putting out another response to Libra. As per the president's original post, Project Libertad was done to boost the Argentine economy by funding small projects and local businesses, supporting those who seek to grow their ventures and contribute to the country's development. They say the funds are still on chain and not a single soul will be moved. Yes, Kip is involved in the project, but our primary role is to help run the fund allocation to the Argentine companies and less on the token side. We are not
Allegedly.
the MM. Some points to note, there was no pre-sale for the coin. Everything was sold via single side liquidity pool, which shit, we're getting into like semantics here. We'll put together the plan to run the project as per the initial objective. And of course, we would not have gotten the help we did to launch
I,
if we
I think like even as if you look at the perspective, like the objective in the starting, it was not for the people. It was just for the MNCs could go. Like I think at some capacity, it's like, oh, we're gonna push small businesses. I was like, yeah, you're taking more money to help businesses, to like fund them and stuff like that. Why not build the basic first infrastructure, give up jobs in public sectors, build more factories, probably help improve roads and like other kind of thing, public transport, public safety, maybe add more petrol, like these clashes, these like violence happening in general, like try to work on those kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying?
were not serious. Not a single soul will be used outside of the purpose of running Project Viva la Libertad. Everything will be transparently accounted for. And whether
Yeah,
it will be, who
bullshit.
knows? But
And
again,
transparently
what I will
bullshit.
tell you is when it comes to cryptocurrency, this is probably one of the worst projects that I've seen. It actually should have rippling effects for how people view crypto. The thing is, I am somebody that believes in things like cryptocurrency, and I really think that it has some value to it. I'm not against the idea of an electronic currency. I very much support it, especially currencies like Monero that are decentralized and allow people to have privacy in their money and their transactions. The problem is when you have meme coins and world leaders getting involved, I honestly feel like this is the big financial sector trying to keep us locked into the world of fiat currencies and deliberately ruining the perception of cryptocurrency in the eyes of the regular person because I really don't see any other reason why a fucking president would get involved in.
Most of the people like see like nowadays they see crypto as a like quick cash system. Put money after some while when you see what you expect is to be the peak, just pull out the money. Put money, pull out the money. It's gonna rug pull. It's gonna get vanished. Next new coin. Put money, pull out money. Put money, pull out money. Put money, pull out money. Kind of situation like that. So it's kind of getting disgusting at some point. So it's just quick cash at this point, like quick cash schemes at this point. You have insider trading, you just get quick cash, you take the money out. It's like investment about it. There's nothing. It's just quick. It's just like a mode of scam at this point, like MLM, like multi-level, whatever that is called. I forgot, multi-level marketing or stuff like that.
Especially somebody that is a world leader, somebody that is part of, I think, the G7 summit. I think Argentina is at least in that. It's insane. Like, it's insane to think this is happening literally in the first quarter of 2025. I mean, the world is insane. Like, I honest to God, hate my life sometimes, dude. Like, Jesus Christ. At what point is enough enough? You know, I've always ragged on influencers doing this, but to be honest, could I even get mad at somebody like Logan Paul? I mean, the dude was an actual maverick with Crypto Zoo and all this other stuff that he did. And now you got world leaders involved into this situation. The best way to ironically end this is with a Kanye tweet. And obviously, I'm not going to focus on all the Jew stuff that Kanye is talking about. There's other channels for it. Kanye West actually literally showcased one alleged post. I was proposed $2 million to scam my community, those left of it. I said no. And he shows that, again, some crypto scammers said they'll pay him $750K upfront, 1.25 million up to 16 hours after the post on X. And I have no idea if Javier Milei was million.
Your post must be up to 8 hours. It promotes off of fake gay currency, additional with supplies. After the 8 hours, you must be post. My account was hacked. The post was not me. Okay, basically.
Up to
Okay.
16 hours after the post on X. And I have no idea if Javier Milei was even granted this. I assume not. I mean, the guy is a president of. It's so hard for me to say that out loud. And it being a real thing to talk about. God damn. Your post must stay up for 8 hours.
Democracy
It
is
is a
dead at
promotion
this
of a
point.
fake yay currency. After the 8 hours, you may post my account was hacked. The post was not me. The company asking you to do this will be scamming the public out of tens of millions of dollars. And you know what? If this is a real thing, God bless Kanye in this situation for at least showing the world what a actual crypto scam looks like, especially one promoted to a highly publicized figure in the world. So, yeah, the president of Argentina was unfortunately involved in what appears to be a crypto rug pull. Now, I would like to ask you in the audience what you think about this in the comment section below. We live in an actual clown world. And sometimes it makes me hate every fiber of my existence that we have spoken against this. I've made so many videos investigating this crypto stuff, but I think ultimately the end, it really was for nothing, you know? Like, sure, it might have made for some really entertaining content that people enjoyed, but what I have learned is this is a market of complete degenerate fucking gamblers. And sometimes I think it's just better to laugh at the victims of this than to genuinely help. Because at this point, what is it? I'm just wasting my time if I even bother covering this to help someone. It's like, I might as well just laugh. If you put money into this, I'm just gonna laugh at you. All right, it's as simple as that. All right. So if you had a laugh watching this video, let me know in the comment section below. This is me, Mutahar, and yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, uh, so this is the conclusion of the first video. Now I'd like to know what mistakes he did so that like, he made the next video like literally like 30 minutes in.
Hello,
We'll see.
guys and gals. Me, Mutahar, and I'm playing Yakuza Infinite Wealth. There's a lot of games here that I'm recording, and boy, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you about something that's got to happen. It's not to do with this game. Some things have got to change. Now, recently I made a video in regards to a
Yeah,
politician
you dropped like 30 seconds
being
ago and you just
criticized
move
for
it.
rug and pull, or at least being part of it. And I removed that video not because of something that I've disagreed with, not because of some retraction, not because I'm getting sued in any capacity. Trust me, I would enjoy a lawsuit after all this time I've been waiting prepping for it. Actually, I shouldn't say that. Lawsuits are not fun, but you get the idea. Now, the thing about all of this is obviously, in the last couple weeks, I've noticed that, a lot of these topics, especially when it comes to, big time politicians, this has got to change. And I really am somebody that, from the beginning of this channel is not somebody that is politically adept. Obviously, you know that I admit and I say that I really don't know what I'm talking to when it comes about, politics. And the few times that I do
I've seen like when you become bigger, you get proceed out from talking about serious stuff. Like obviously like there are journalists, YouTubers that talk about it. I mean, Coffeezilla has talked about a lot of kind of stuff, and usually he doesn't back out. I've not seen him back out once in his career, but I've seen like Muta, like who are like in the commercial sphere, like they talk about hardcore stuff, but whenever there's a controversial stuff like that, whether it's with his ex friend, forgot the JPEG guy or like other people. He just like he tried to save his face because he wants to keep a general face. I think because he just has a family, he just has a face, and he just won't save his face. And I can kind of understand like he yeah, as a brown guy, you like as a white guy, if you make mistake, you come back. Like I think you get more acceptance when you're like a brown guy. You're already in the zone of you. You're in the zone of being like addressed as just a scammer or like a traitor, and you're kind of like you already kind of look down upon, and then further upon if you're down on like these kind of allegations like he had before, he just backs out like I won't get involved into it and get stereotyped into this kind of stuff. So I guess I can understand from that perspective, but I feel like as my personality or my moral stand, I don't back down from fight, and it gets pretty damn serious, right? You know what I'm saying?
do talk about it, like very recently, probably when it came to like the US and Canada. And that's from the perspective of somebody that is kind of knee deep in that. So I believe that's kind of a fair exception to the rule. But I usually tend to stay away from things like internet politics or things like real world stuff because I always consider my channel to be an escapist route, right? Like, as somebody that likes to come home from work to do YouTube as a hobby, I like to leave the problems of the real world behind and just come to my internet little fantasy land, okay, where I can talk about video games, cybersecurity, and all that goofy stuff. Internet, shenanigans that happen, right? For me, talking about, retro video games, the industry, talking about things like, massive cybersecurity incidents when North Korea is doing some crazy shit, intermixed with Johnny Somali being a total fucking idiot in Japan, which that's going to be a video, by the way, not him, just Japan. They're getting tired of IRL streamers. It's actually insane to go down that rabbit hole recently. But, anyways, point being, I made a video.
Sick. Yeah.
In regards to a Argentinian president, the Argentinian president doing a crypto rug and being a part of a crypto rug, so to speak. And the thing about it is, these videos do really well, but as somebody that witnesses the content, somebody that loves the engagement, right? Like, I love to read comment sections in videos. That is probably the best part of doing YouTube content creation, is reading the comment sections of what a video has to offer. The problem with covering videos like that is, generally speaking, when it comes to highly politicized figures, people like Trump or Elon Musk or really anybody in the space, I would go far as to say even videos on characters like Keffels, for instance. It makes the comment section completely useless. It really makes engaging with the content effectively the hardest thing to do. So what I mean by that is, let's say that you talk about somebody who does a crypto scam, right? You can bring up all the facts and the evidence and whatnot, but generally speaking, the topic of highly politicized figures, it ends up being a pissing match. It ends up turning comment sections into a turf war. Remember on deep web browsing, I would just say, hey, I don't want my comment section turning into a turf war when I come to a rather unsavory looking website, which, on the topic of deep web browsing, enjoy it tomorrow. I had to wait and edit the video out a little bit because I spoke to God. Long story there, which you'll get to see very soon. Uh, when you cover, topics that, are highly, I guess you could say controversial, or, topics like politics, where unfortunately the discussion of it has become almost like a team sports type of deal, where, you're either left, right, you're either for, against. Nobody really in this sphere wants to engage properly with the content, even with like political content, right? Like researching a video that I've now scrapped For anybody that wanted to know what the video was, it was Doge.gov, a federal government website apparently, quote unquote, getting hacked. It was all over the news. And being somebody that talks about cybersecurity, I felt, yeah, this is up my wheelhouse. I don't engage with it in a politics sense. I don't really care. Because again, I'm a Canadian, not a fucking American. Not really my neck of the woods. But I wanted to talk about it because people were saying there was a serious hack, and I actually filmed the video. I went through showing what the hack was, which, by the way, was some real script kiddie nonsense, so to speak. And I thought it would be a funny, goofy video. But honestly, seeing the last few weeks when it comes to political content and just talking about a political
Yeah,
creator,
that's what I was saying. That not getting involved in
as a side
like drama
thing
stuff.
almost, tangentially related to the main topic. Nobody engages with the main topic. They always just turn the comment section into a massive, complete pissing match. And I know for core audiences that watch, that's not something that I think you want to see. That's not something I want to see. And as somebody that, produces content for my core audience first, it's not a route that I think is worth going down into. And that's realistically, where the crux of this video is. That's really what has to change. You know, I've noticed this happen with, characters like Keffels, for instance, where, a year ago, yeah, actually a year ago, I talked about this character and I basically looked at the misuse of, $100,000. And in this entire story, it really felt like nobody really wanted to even engage with the scam part of it. It really just became a culture war topic because Keffels is a trans person, and that became the focal point of it. So really, after all of it, it just made me realize it's not worth talking about certain issues like this because nobody wants to engage with the fact that there was misuse of funds. It really just comes down to, hey, we have an enemy. This guy made a video. Let's use it as ammunition, yada, 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 and so forth. And that's, in my opinion, not good. It's not good content to really be getting into. It's not really worth going down that road because the engagement for that isn't really centered around the actual discussion on the video topic itself. Which, again, when it comes to things like crypto scams, I like talking about crypto scams and whatnot. But the thing is, you can do a bunch of research into it, and the reality is, there's going to be people that ignore the entire meat of the video, which is researching into a crypto scam, and will find some way to excuse somebody that they've idolized in some cult like fashion. And it's weird. It really is weird to see.
I
Because
told
how
you,
many
no
people
matter how fucked the politician is,
have
there are
video
some people
actually
that
engaged
fucking
with
love
it
him.
because of the hack itself? And then how much of the comment section is going to be just people arguing about what side is right and what side isn't? As a content creator, the coolest thing is like when you see like 1,000 comments on a video, because I'm somebody that likes lurking internet forums and just reading internet discourse, right? Especially when it comes to topics I enjoy. So when you read 1,000 comments, you're like, all right, shit, let me line up and get ready, boys. Let me read that shit all day. And then the comment sections aren't even really about, the topic, the meat and potatoes. It's just about defending a guy who is the topic of the video or tangentially related or shitting on the guy. That's all it is. So realistically, that is what I really feel like has to be changed. And there's a whole lot of other slew of content that I have in the works that I'm making anyways. Obviously, when it comes to the gaming industry, Xbox is something that I definitely want to talk about. And I've got some really interesting things to say, in my opinion, over there that involve Xbox, virtual machines, and a way for them to actually get out of some serious sales problems that they've had. I want to talk about,
That's gonna be a good video,
something
like
pretty
talking about
trippy
Xbox and how
that I've talked about in
Xbox
my
has fucked
opinion.
up so much
I'd
over the
rather
years.
instead of talking about fun things, in my opinion, like a president doing or being a part of a rug pull or at least promoting it, to talking about something like North Korea, which it really feels like if you want to have discussions on topics like this, the people you have to talk about must be unanimously like the most disliked people in the world. It's funny, you can talk about crypto, and the moment you talk about somebody like Trump or whatever, it becomes a highly politicized topic. The moment you talk about Logan Paul, everyone suddenly gives a shit about what you have to say with cryptocurrency and blockchain technologies. It is, ladies and gentlemen, just the world in of itself. And I really think it's just how things have kind of gotten. Like looking at political content on the internet, one of the weirdest things that I've seen in research for the Doge.gov video was like, seeing a whole bunch of like political creators talk about Elon getting like a girl pregnant or something. And I'm like, man, if this is like, it really felt like, watching like, the National Enquirer, like the tabloid journalism pages you saw when you're like checking out from the grocery store where the gum is put. They have like the little magazines that are like, hey, Martha Stewart just got impregnated by Bigfoot. We have photos of the kid, right? It's like, bro, the most insane batshit nonsense. It just exists as like culture warfare fodder. And it's not something I really want to engage with content going forward. So this video that I'm speaking from the heart here is mostly for the actual core viewership. And yeah, it is what it is. I think the core audience doesn't enjoy it, and I certainly don't enjoy watching, entire videos with research and effort put into it completely thrown to the wayside, and the actual engagement with it just comes down to people using it as ammunition for a culture war that I am not even a part of. I'm not
Yeah, like you talking about
intelligently
Elon Musk and
part of
talking about
that
these people, that
organized
it's
culture
just
war.
like you putting a
But
target on your
the
face,
main
talk.
use
It's like
here, which unfortunately there's a lot of that
it's just
there,
putting a target on
I'm
your
not
face.
into it for the political side. There's a lot of content creators that I watch for gaming,
Like
and
literally,
this
like
isn't,
Elon Musk,
all
like
I see on their
fucking
feed
woman
is
is like
Trump,
just
Trump,
fucking
Trump,
pathetic.
Trump.
Like
Like,
if you just read the history of his
this
fucking
politician
history,
bad,
like
this
it's just
politician good. It's
pathetic
never
how he
good,
just
and
gets women.
it's fucking exhausting. And to sort of see it bleed into my content, and in some cases in my community, is just something where I feel like I have to course correct and really personally step away from. But yeah, wanted to make this video, wanted to really talk about it, wanted to give an update, wanted to just speak my mind. But yeah, I'm gonna go back to recording some of this game. I'm gonna go back to hacking
Yeah,
that PlayStation 3 and
Yakuza.
installing Linux onto it.
And this is a
Because the only part
Yakuza
of it
part
where I
game,
actually
right?
have found a backwards compatible PlayStation 3, let me tell you something right now. I went to heaven and hell to find this thing. So that is going to be a video I want to say sometime this week, in amongst a couple 4chan videos, because there's a wild group of wacky threads. There's a lot of content that has nothing to do with any political figure whatsoever. That hopefully is content that you all will
Feel like
appreciate. Some
if I
of the best
grow up,
content that
like
I
grow up
make
in
is
channel, like
again
not age, but
generic videos
I
where I
don't
talk
want to
about
be
the
pussy
Asian
at some
reanimator,
point. Like
silent
I want
realm,
to
and other
stand up for
videos
some
that
morals
don't
and
very
stuff, but I
heavily
can understand at some point, like you
admire
want
the
to
stuff
protect
on
the
YouTube.
people that you love and your
It does
family.
well, and
Anyone
it's
get
something
involved, like
that
the
I
war,
definitely
right?
want to make more of, because the audience really likes it. I really like it. And the best part is the comment sections to those videos always engage with the actual meat and potatoes of the video. That said, this is me, Mutahar, and I'm out.
To be honest, I mean the video is deleted, but I like we literally saw the video, but I wish I could see the comment section. Like I mean, there's 2K likes and dislikes, so it was not going bad as terms of video. Like you can see it's 22.6K likes and it's 54 dislikes. So the likes to dislike ratio was not bad. I just want to see that. If he's talking about comment section, it's definitely not about comment section. It's just like he's not wrongly involved. Like the shit got deeper. Like he just like ask his like lawyer and stuff like that. It's be like how's the video like being like is gonna be like is this gonna be more like it's gonna impact his career or something like that, and there might be some kind of thing that he said like which was an allegation not an fact, and I think at that point he just like fuck, I just gonna delete the video either way. I'm not just gonna involve in this bullshit because I think it's just went dark or some shit like something happened, so behind the scenes that we're not that's not been talked about. Oh, it is. Yeah, Bob, like we talked. Well, there was a Bobby Lee video that I watched. It was about like he putting his face or the, like balls on some comedian, and there's a whole slew of bullshit that he has done. So I know some of his allegations, but either way, uh, I think like it was an informative video initially, but I feel like all of these journalisms and this kind journalism in general is a very risky thing, and when you're like a commercial commentator kind of channel. Obviously, he claims that he's not a commercial commentator channel because he used to cover drama, and like he was in a consistent loop of providing videos, sometimes 2 videos in a day. And then the situation with his best friend, ex best friend, happened. The PNG guy, and then he's like, "Oh fuck, I'm gonna push videos late, like delay videos. I'm gonna focus more on this kind of content, this kind of content." And then every time he's making videos posting out, I think in the recent years after like I think he said mentioned it, or maybe I'm tripping here, that he's has his firstborn, his wife was pregnant and stuff like that. So I think at some point becoming a father, he's more he's more considering of his image because it's gonna affect his child at some point. Like obviously the legacy has been passed on, and that there's gonna be question of his child. So he's trying to play safe right now at this point, and I think as a content creator, I feel like that's a pussy move. But as a guy that understands family, I guess at some point I understand like yeah, as a father, he's trying to protect his child. So yeah, whatever. It was an interesting and fun video. Hope you like this video. Found it so interesting. If so, press the like button and please subscribe to the channel so that it grows more. This is me, Rishabh Dhanuka. This was Rishabh Dhanuka Gaming, and this was just a Rish React video. Hope you like my reaction. Hope you like me talking about this kind of stuff. And I really like trying to understand this crypto stuff happening all around. And I think if I get real factual like evidence to talk about from news journals and channels, I'm probably gonna make a video of myself on the original Rishabh channel. Probably not. I don't know. It's gonna depend on my mood. Actually, I'm just making videos based on my mood. So, anyways, see you guys later. Till then, peace out.